This Iyeki of Benin or Edo State and the Yaloja matter, it pass as we dey talk am. This whole thing has been lingering for some time now, over a year. I just want you to listen to this video, and you will have a better understanding of what has really gone wrong before now.
But anyway, that's by the way. The reason why I'm giving you this back is to say for a place, then you have this woman, Tinubu'S daughter, coming in all the way to Benin and trying to do some nonsense in Benin, trying to reshape the whole market. It's really causing a major problem. Because when it comes to market women, they are the ones who choose who their leader is going to be. For me, when I started seeing this whole thing about market women association, political action is market women association, for me, I'm a market woman. I've never done any association, maybe because my own marketing, I did it in the north. And if there was, when I did my marketing, when I entered market, I think I entered the market over 20 years ago. When I started selling in market, I'm not a small player, I was a big player. You understand? Started from because I used to buy the trailer loads. Even here in Abuja, Muslim market, I used to buy the trailer load of Fiju milk. I used to supply in Muslim market. I used to supply this thing, Grand Oil and all of that. For me, I was in Doka, I was in Kaduna Central Market. That was where I did my business. Then I also did a shop in.
I'm here in Amsterdam for Spotlight. 1,200 marketers will be here on October 29th for Spotlight. It's the one-day accelerator for your marketing career. And for the second edition, we're doubling down. Double the keynotes, double the masterminds.
In Kano, around Singa, around Adebata market, I had shops there. I practiced market women team. Maybe because I don't used to do association, I don't have that. So I wasn't a small player in the market. I bought this trailer load. If you go to Doka shopping complex up to today, Arts of Mama Amir, the one that they will tell you, because they didn't know me as Aisha Yusuf, they just know me as Mama Amir. You understand? So I don't get this politics. But anyway, that's by the side. The reason why I'm doing this video is to say that as far as I'm concerned, I think this whole gimmick of market is just a way of they want to remove Oba of Benin or attempt to belittle Oba of Benin. Because I'm also seeing people are like, oh, why is the Oba not talking? Why Oba cannot talk? And he shouldn't talk. He has said what he has to say. And that's enough. It's not left for the people to be fired on this thing. This whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, it's a way to remove the Oba of Benin. Because how do you even start and break the whole traditional this thing? The governors have been conquered. And did they not give 6 months suspension to Fubara? And did they not calm down? In his body, governors have been conquered. No, fear is in their body. How do you conquer the traditional institution? It's by going after one of the real traditional strongest that has stayed because of being looked upon without reverence and not being politicized is the throne of the Oba of Benin. That throne of the Oba. So if you're able to show that even the throne of the Oba of Benin, you can do any nonsense you want to do with it and get away with it, so you'll conquer the whole traditional rulers, across Nigeria. And for me, I think this is what is being angled at. You will see that there's a letter that I have here, right? It says from the National Market Council of Nigeria, NAMCON, motto, Uniting Market Leaders. They are registered, they have their registered this thing, number 7116256. It was written April 30th, 2024. And they wrote it to the Oba of Benin, His Majesty, Omonedo Uku, Apolopolo, Oba Ewere, too. And it says, Your Majesty, introduction of the Edo State Iyeki elect, Pastor Mrs. Josephine Isi Ibagweze Jele. I'm sure I didn't pronounce that word. Edo and Efema, our tongue, the difference in a way. So apologies for not pronouncing that word. Am I going to apologizing for that? And this is what he said. He said, Your Majesty, my name is Chief Dr. Mujidat Folashade Tinubu'S, FCIML, in bracket, I don't know what that means, the Iyaloja General of Nigeria, and the first daughter of her president, definitely not my president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. And this letter was written on the 30th of April, 2024. Over a year ago, they started this nonsense. He ignored them. Can you imagine? Which one is the daughter? Who the hell cares what daughter you are? Daughter of a certificate, a forger. Daughter of someone who had to pay money for this thing, who had to forfeit money for drug dealing. If it's not Nigeria that is such a country where criminality is being rewarded, this kind of person should be removing that surname from her name, not using it. Because it's something to be ashamed of. You're coming to tell her you are the daughter. Who the hell cares you're the daughter of what?
The daughter, what the...
And they put this, it says, with great sense of responsibility and utmost regard to our royal father, His Majesty, they put his name there, I humbly write to introduce Pastor Mrs. Josephine, whatever her surname is, as the Edo State Iyeki elect. Iyeki. Who probably say Iyaki, mother of market. With the development, it's our responsibility to see to the day-to-day affairs of the traders in the state. You are only sending him this thing, Edo State. Your Majesty, I humbly request for you to give your daughter every necessary backing to succeed in this great and noble assignment, as I look forward to have your fatherly blessing for her to be fruitful in her newly assigned role. The palace ignored this letter. Let me remove my glasses myself. The palace ignored this letter over a year ago. And now, they now carry themselves. They came to the market. They actually went to the palace. And the Oba said to them, this is strange to us, so we don't know it. It is Iyeki we have. And know what Iyeki, there's something like Iyeki general. It's one Iyeki to every market. Every market is independent in its way. And from some of the explanation we've seen, they say it comes with a spiritual working. It's always attached with you, but there are certain spiritual, traditional things that they do. You cannot say you are a pastor. Then they say you come and do this traditional thing. You say you can't do it. You are worshiping your own God. Nobody stops you from worshiping your own God. You worship your own God. They will worship their own God. It is freedom of religion. Or you cannot say you are a Muslim. You cannot do it. Me now, I cannot be Iyeki. You understand? Because I'm a Muslim. I cannot bow to any other deity. I cannot do any sacrificial work. I cannot do it. So I have no business. The people who have business doing Iyeki, that can do those sacrifices or whatever it is that they want to do, how they want to do, they have every right. The way me, as a Muslim, I have every right to worship. The way you, if you're a Christian, you have every right to worship. It's the same way that they have every right to worship their own traditional religion. Nobody takes that away from anybody. He said, he didn't understand this. Then you now come and install. And I see people who are talking and whatever. And you know the fact is that the kind of government that you people went to install there. Because Edo State are at fault at this whole thing. We're talking about competence. There's no how Akpata is in office and this nonsense will be happening. It wouldn't. You saw someone who has no ambition, who shouldn't have been here, who for him being a governor is the bus stop. So what the bus stop means is that this is the end. He cannot go further than, except of course it's the nonsense you are being want to carry. So he will do anything to the people who have brought it here. He will sell Edo State. After all, he bought Edo State. That he did not buy. He was sharing money. People were buying, selling their votes. The PDP did the same thing. People are like, this is the result. So at the end of the day, before you know what's happening, they will not say that, they've removed Edo State governor, they've removed Oba of Benin, and it is there. Because politically, constitutionally, and everything, the governor is the one they put and remove. See what happened in Kano State. As big as Kano State is, as sacred as Kano State, Emirship Tussle was, they removed it.
Can you just imagine that this whole thing that everybody just shouting,
when another governor now came in, they installed
there for a very long
the other one said he's still there.
And meanwhile, the Oba of Benin, according to the letter, that is just coming out, the Oba of Benin, I've seen this whole thing before, and that was why I was able to tell them, because what's being written in the letter, and the Oba has really been ignoring them. Since Oba has been ignoring them, that was why this whole thing, they just quickly, is that making sense? My people, this whole thing is making sense because they knew that the Oba is not going to accept it. They knew that the Oba is not going to, be happy with this whole thing, and that was why they went to the government house to do what they want to do. But they think they are smart because of what had been happening a year before. Now they had written to the Oba, and the Oba has been ignoring their letter. He never responded, and they had to quickly try to double cross. Irrespective, no matter what people say, it is still, appearing to be what people are insinuating. Trying to dethrone the Oba, trying to outsmart the Oba. They quickly did that ceremony and they did not have that boldness that, Oba, we just came to inform you that we have done so and so in government house, so just for you to be aware. But they even told the Oba that it's going to be the next day, meaning that they wanted to outsmart him. But unfortunately, it's not like that. The people are not taking it. And one saving grace, irrespective of what people think about the Oba, that say, the Oba has been romancing with the APC people. But for the fact that he boldly said it, that you people, this is alien to our economy and our culture, that alone settles it. So irrespective, to me, whatever anybody thinks that, Oba got what he wanted because he romanced with them and all of that, the man has been able to put them right. And like Aisha Yusufu said, and that has been my own school of thought, Oba does not need to say anything again. He has said it and is on record. It is not left for the people to come out and say yes, and that is exactly what people are saying. But the other video I did, when they said, Josephine has been saying that, Tinubu's daughter should not be worried about all the noise that the people are making, that within 1 or 2 weeks everybody will forget it and they will move on. They're not going to move on, no. They will not move on. The only thing they will stand on is this is what we want, and we'll continue with the hierarchy of a thing that we know. And like I said again in one of my videos, that there's another problem that is still brewing, the issue of religion, because a time will come they will ask that pastor to come and do the normal sacrifice, and she will now say, oh no, me, I'm a Christian. So they want to change the narratives. And like they always say that, oh, Tinubu is a strategist. No, to me, he's not a strategist. He's just a confucianist, somebody who always scatter people. Anybody who is always thinking ahead of people to do evil or to smart them in a negative side, you don't give accolade to such a person. To me, that is not being smart. It is wicked. It is wicked. So this whole thing did not just start now. It has been going on for a long time, and they have an agenda. You know, we used to talk about Fulani, how they have an agenda, but this is an agenda. If it's not an agenda, they had written to Oba of Benin since 2024. It's not as if it was just 3 months ago. And that was why in one of the videos we saw, Oshomole was praising Tinubu's daughter, Iyaloja General of Nigeria, this and that. I respect you and all of that. It is what they are saying. And when somebody comes and tell you that, oh, they want to take over from Oba, people are behind it, and you think they are just talking nonsense. No, they are not saying anything. They are not saying nonsense. That is just the reality. So guys, that is just my opinion, based on waiting Aisha says, which of course I know a lot of people will still agree with what she said. Leave your comment down there below and let us have your take. Thank you.